Welcome back, one and all. My name is Eltimar, and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Shadowrun Returns. It would appear that the computer is off limits to us now, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm almost certain we missed something in the computer in the early part of the game, but ultimately it won't make a huge difference, so mistakes were made, but that's okay. The shaman is waiting there for us, but there is another room over here. We didn't get into this room last time, so let's take a quick peek around. It's a loading dock, full of loading dock things. But mostly what we're interested in is if there's any loot in this loading dock. It doesn't look like there is. It's a very disappointing dock. They need to leave more valuables around for us to grab, I think. Sadly, that is not the case. Let's go talk to our shaman, I guess, because we have nothing else to do at the moment. Miss Half Sky. That is a creepy looking spirit thing. It's 3 spirits, technically. Creepy child. The air grows cold, and the spirits of dead children coalesce from the vapor of your breath. Their cherubic faces are burned, and their lips quiver as if they are about to cry, but their eyes are round and vacant, and they glare at you now, unblinking. We are the innocents who have perished in the flames, choking on smoke as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to your world, which was once home to us, and we will use them to testify. We'll show the first magical fetish to the spirits. We no longer see the world of Flesh Seeker, only the essence and auras of living things. Words, though. Words may echo through the veil, and sometimes we may hear them. Last night this place was filled with a scream that went on and on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness as he died. And so we came to bear witness, but we fled in terror before the malevolent spirit that profaned the man's remains. The spirit was other. It was not of this place. It had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come here. We'll show the second magical fetish to the spirits. When the other had gone and we returned to our vigil, we found 2 creatures of flesh. One you would call an elf, unsullied by technology and able to channel the energies of the cosmos. Yet his spirit was corrupted from within. He was dark and twisted, yet not like the other, so we did not flee. The second we knew to be a troll. Ribbons of his essence had been flayed from him, leaving cold machinery behind. His aura was the aura of one simple and confused. Between elf and troll lay the remains of a man. Sorry, I sneezed. Between the elf and the troll, the remains of the man whose sister now chants to us for justice. The elf, his essence remains in this place where the man died. Something has been left behind, a small part of him, perhaps. Spirit, can you tell us more? The spirits begin to fade, all but one. Its eyes harden, and it takes full measure of you, as if to commit everything about you to memory. No, we must not stay. With the spirits gone, the young shaman releases her hold on the magical tether connecting her to the other realm. She reels from the backlash, or perhaps from the emotional toll of knowing her brother's last moments. They saw him. They were with him when he died. She takes a series of controlled breaths, only shuddering with the first few. No, but I will be. I asked her if she was okay. I don't want that for him. Not what those poor souls have endured. My brother deserves to be free. He will be, once we find his killer. Yes, the elf and the troll. We have to find that piece of the elf that the spirits spoke of. It's our best hope of stopping this. You're absolutely right on that one. Let's look around. We can't go down there. Apparently that is blocked off. And we can't go any further in here, so interestingly, we can't go anywhere in that room. I bet it's in the loading dock, where we couldn't find it before. I could be wrong. I may have been wrong. Maybe it's in the other room we haven't gone into yet. You know, we brought a Decker to help us hack things in case we needed to, but there's nothing to hack, so... Ah, there's a thing over there. Okay. and possibly more enemies. No, we're good. Okay. Can we decor this door? I want to know what's in there. I guess not. Alright, what's in here? Blood. This is what the spirits wanted us to find. The piece of my brother's killer. It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking every bit as like she intends to reach through the small sample and dismember its owner from afar. Perhaps she can. Is that enough to target a spell? All I need is a drop and adequate time. But I'm still feeling quite drained. I'll need to rest before I can try anything so involved. When I'm able, I'll commune with Bear, consult the spirits, and do what must be done. In the meantime, you might take some portion of the sample to pursue more conventional avenues of attack. I have some friends who might be able to help. Good. Let me know if you learned anything about this elf and troll pair. And should you find them, I want to be there when they are brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes for my brother. I'll see what I can do. Is that that's it? Well. Shot some people. How many karma do we get for that? A bunch of karma. Damn. We have lots. We could buy a quickness. We could get more rifle skill. Let's go ahead and grab Deadeye, I think. Good enough. We can't level up our other characters, which is the one thing about this game I didn't love. We can only... Technically, we're only our main character. The other people are just along for the ride. We can control them to some extent in combat, but they are not our characters. Not like in Neverwinter Nights 2 or Icewind Dale. Oh, sorry. A little bit sleepy today. Or Baldur's Gate. We can't make them into our own sort of creations. We are the only creation we have, and the rest of them just kind of come along as we hire them. Most of them are just hireables. There are a couple reoccurring characters, like Coyote, for example, and Shannon Half-Sky. That sounds about right. Half-Sky? Is that her name? Something like that. I stayed up super-duper late last night. I didn't mean to, but it ended up working out that way. What? Evening, sir. What's the word around town, Mr. Clue? There's been talk of more Ripper killings. Some people are saying they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. What if I told you the prime suspects were an elf and a troll? Still doesn't mean the killings are racially motivated. That's true. People are too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% humans. Close your eyes and throw a rock, you're more than likely to hit a human. Don't make it a hate crime. Still, it's a crime though, and that should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Clue, but he reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry, I'm not going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business, sir. I like Mr. Clue. I shouldn't have insinuated he was racist. Hi-oh, would you like some? She stops. Forgive me, oh mate, but you look like hell. Long night. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activities, and nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. Helps when the other team doesn't walk away. No one to follow you. I can tell you've been busy and I can see by the look on your face that there's something you need. Is it about the Ripper? Yeah, I found some DNA evidence and I need help analyzing it. That is excellent. I will unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. I am certain someone in the safe house will be able to help you if they're awake. It is likely that you will have to visit the Matrix before the day is done. Can I have a sausage? Take the whole plate. I don't want the whole plate, just one. Now I feel rude. What if that was Mr. Clue's sausage that I'm eating? Clearly I'm tired because my mind went in an entirely different direction from where it should be. Alright. I'm sure Mr. Clue is a very nice man. God damn it. Alright. Let's take a look here. There's David Fry the second. We know all about him. That's our locker. Don't go in our locker. We don't need to. David, what's up? Morning. You look like you've been up all night. Yeah. You look like you've seen some action, too. I suppose I could use a shower. Here to buy equipment? Negative. I need DNA analysis. Fry can help you out. Doc Castle's equipment isn't really set up for that, he considers for a moment. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode the DNA using a high voltage change. Instead of light, that would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? Who it belongs to? Ah, that's beyond me. All I can get you is a gene code sequence. That's where I come in. David, if you can give me that code, I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via the Matrix. Will do. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Alright, there you go. Eltimar, when David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Thanks, guys. If this works, we may find the Emerald City Ripper. No Drek? He turns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy. You got work to do. And Eltimar, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I just got a second wind. Meet you at my rig, Eltimar. Where's the doctor? I want a cyber arm. I don't need any people right now. Actually, Van Grass, what do you got going on? Anything new? Was hoping to get some peace and quiet tonight. You got something for me? A flight recorder? Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for, say, 20%. That leaves 2,000 for you. I know what I have. Make it 2,500 and it's yours. Shrewd. Alright, I'll do you a favor. See, sometimes our background stuff comes in handy. Alright, Johnny Clean. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he'd read about in a science journal, and he was working from memory on minimal sleep. Sounds fascinating. If there's time later, maybe you can tell me more about it. Yes, maybe we can sit down with David and he can share his research, but let's stay focused. Here's what I'm thinking. We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor had a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you. Once we're in, it could get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? None. I have a Trode net here. It's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback me into the Matrix. You'll see and hear everything I do. So you're gonna do it for me. Cool. Alright, what has he got for programs? He's got a Killer level 1. A Heal, which is good. Reduces the alarm state, which is important. Increases our chance to hit the enemy. It's not too bad. And Execute Attacker ESP gives us basically a attacker program of our own. Okay. Johnny Clean is in the Matrix, so we're going to be kind of careful. Because there's going to be mean nasties in here. Can we go in the other ones, or is this the only one that's open? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. There are 3 things. I actually hit it. I'm surprised, in all honesty. I thought we were gonna miss. Holy crap! The RNG gods are on our side. They really are on our side today. Holy. Okay, they're coming in to attack. Let's use our program. I need use a Killer 1 program. It was supposed to do 75 damage, but it didn't. And now it's on cooldown. Let's make our own program. And we have one more attack, or one more action I should say. And we missed, of course. We have one program left to kill. And we'll do that pretty easily. That's it, thank you, program. We're going to use a spell called Suppression. What are you doing? It's Suppression, just lower the level. That's all you have to do. Okay. Oh, cool. DNA match located, 100%. Arrest records database. Subject: Silas Forsberg, deceased, chop shop surgical assistant, breaking and entering 2 counts, public indecency 1 count, brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery, and no charges were filed. So we gotta keep looking. Let's move our program. We're gonna go in one of the doors, probably... We'll take a glance in this first one, then we'll check the other ones. I can't remember which one's the good one. This is data control. Okay. What's the other side got? Actually, you can go on the other side. Aha! Newsnet archive, that's what we want. The square ones are not that hard to kill. There's ones later on that are nasty, though. They're killer programs and stuff like that, and they can do tons of damage, I should say. They don't necessarily do tons of damage. This might hurt. Oh no, he just made us vulnerable to damage. Okay. Alright, let's go hack this Newsnet archive. Not enough AP to get there. Well, I suppose we'll just move up then. Return on subject Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body had been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to reports, his body was a mass of puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here in the sprawl. I think his psychiatrist killed him. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think he's a crooked man. We're not checking out the land, we got data control to do first. Wait. Let's go in carefully. There could be, yep, enemies. At least 2. But I think we're gonna be just fine in terms of damage. We haven't even taken any yet. This has actually been a pretty good Matrix run so far. Oh no, we took some damage, but luckily we have a healing spell. Let's heal. I'm taking damage from some pitiful program. Eat energy bolt. Jerk face. Autopsy records. Silas Forsberg. The subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity cannot be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm no next of kin. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. This keeps getting weirder. It does keep getting weirder. We're gonna leave. We are officially done in the Matrix for now. This is our first little bout into the Matrix system. I both find it very cool and very frustrating sometimes. It can be annoying as hell. There's no way around that. Oh, I can't get far enough. My program, I'm gonna leave it behind. I wanted to bring it into the real world, like with what's her name in Tron. So here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death was never explained. He worked with the chop shops, which fits with the living guy you've met. The Newsnet says he left his estate to a psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse the trace to find this Dr. Ewan. Give me a sec, because we are out of time. 20 minutes in, I should probably go get some lunch, actually. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.